The thing that I love about the Wise Guys teams is that you guys have a knack for finding the most passionate founders. They know what they're doing, they believe in what they're doing, and nothing is going to stop them.
It is really intense, I have to say, but I really enjoy it because I feel every day I'm totally evolving in this program, and I see that I have so many weapons already.
It's challenging at times. We come with a strong background of doing a lot of things at once, but it's just amazing to be next to the teams, showing all the creativity you can to help them. So it's not something you have to deliver. It's very creative work, and that's what I'm very surprised that I really like it.
I think the best of the people part always. You already know everything, but here the borders are infinite. Just so much things to learn.
One of them is the passion, and the other one is how much we care about each other. Among everything, we are a team that really likes to spend time with each other, and part of that is because we all share the mission.
Because I always had the feeling that this is the family that I have.
This is not a job, this is what we love to do. I think when you can mix that one, it's great. We just have to sometimes understand that, hey, there is more people around us, and we have to put some time for them.
For us, it was mainly like a crash course startup MBA, basically, kind of. It's kind of like a bottle of good wine, kind of that keeps getting better all the time.
I mean, Wise Guys team is what keeps me energized through everyday life. When I started working with the startup scene, Wise Guys was my kind of entryway, so I feel like it's a family. I'm like an adopted startup Wise girl.
I just remember one scene from the Tech Chill 2 months ago when you had the demo day with Swedbank. Nearly all the startups were nearly crying when they said goodbye to the mentors. You know, they can really feel the energy, and I think culture beats everything. And I also see Wise Guys as an execution machine.
Yeah, and people ask that why do you do that? There is no money, and very many accelerators have failed after a year or two. I believe that if you really want to do it, if it's your vision, and then you just can't give up, and you will figure it out how it works.
And you have to pitch on the big stage, right?
Yes, my hands are already shaking.
It's too easy for us because this whole month stuff Wise Guys, every day we preaching, it's easy for us.
Now we are only going up, and only the sky is the limit.
This is love for what we do at the end of the day, and this is our life that we want to have.
I already know that when it's over, then I'm gonna cry.
3 minutes of station, now back to work.
And we are on. Welcome everyone who's joining us. This is Louisa here, marketing manager from Wise Guys, and I have brought to you two people who can tell you everything you want to know about our upcoming Wise Guys Fintech program. It's been a while, but Fintech is back on track, and we are ready to work with awesome Fintech startups that are out there. So a quick intros. Daria, maybe you start.
Hello, everybody. Happy to have you listening to us today. I'm Daria, and I'm scouting manager for Startup Wise Guys. So I know the whole flow, how we select startups. Previously, I also, for 2 years, ran acceleration programs. So I'm the person who probably knows the whole flow of the startups from applying, being selected, all the way up to the graduation. So if you have any questions, you can direct those to me, and I will be more than happy to answer.
Razvan?
Thank you. I just grabbed the mic. So I'm Razvan. I'm the program managing director of the Fintech upcoming Accelerator happening in Romania, in Bucharest. And also on the side, I'm a senior business development manager in Startup Wise Guys. So, tada, simple.
Simple. And fun fact, Razvan is actually also an alumni of Startup Wise Guys. So he actually knows what it means to go through an acceleration program. Maybe some years ago, but so he knows it inside and out right now. So awesome. Thank you for being here, and to everyone who's listening, no matter where it is, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, we see you, we hear you if you use the comments section. So we have a list of questions that we will be going through, but if you feel like you want to ask something or you missed something, joining later, something, we'll see. Comments is the place where to put your questions, and we will make sure to answer all of them. So don't hesitate and please write there. So let's start with the generic information. Wise Guys Fintech program. Razvan, what is it, for whom it is, and what is happening with this program?
Oh, good question, Luisa. So I think this is the 5th fintech program that Startup Wise Guys is doing. There were some initial discussions where we will be hosting it, but finally we came to the conclusion, yes, it's going to be happening partly in Romania, right? So we are starting the program on July 11th, and we will be stretching it all the way to the first week of December. It's going to be intensive. It's going to be 5 months. With some implementation weeks in between. But I think if I'm to answer the question of who are we actually looking for, committed founders, first things first, at least 2 full-time committed founders, at least a working MVP, and desirable to also have some sales ongoing. Doesn't need to be a lot, but if possible, it's nice to have them. And from then on, you benefit from everything that we give you in the accelerator.
And it's, of course, also a fintech vertical. So you should be from something that ties to the fintech vertical. And another important date that you forgot to mention, Razvan, June 9. So that's way closer than the program start. That's the application deadline. So you are seeing the website here on our stream as well. Follow that one and click the apply button. June 9 is the last day when you can apply, but as Daria will let you know and explain why, do not wait till the last day and please apply if you are considering it. So on this, maybe we can, before program comes later, program and the deal and everything, we will deep dive into that a bit later. Let's start with the selection process. So if you go to that website, you apply, then magic happens. Daria, could you walk us through the whole process, how it is looking like and what startups can expect if they are applying?
Yes. So the moment you went to our webpage and you press that big, probably red apply button, you will be directed to the platform where you will have to fill in the application form. Please dedicate some time. Don't try to be too smart in terms of how you deliver the message to us. Explain well what you're doing, what is your vision, what you have achieved so far. And then after that, when you applied, we will take a look at your application. We will see how you're doing. We will ask you some questions. And after that, we will decide how to proceed. As Razvan has mentioned, we are working with startups who have at least 2 co-founders because doing business alone is hard. Put on top of that 5 months intense acceleration program, and it's pretty damn impossible. Then you need to have a working product, because in the accelerator, we accelerate sales, and obviously you need to have something to sell to accelerate. And then you need to have some initial traction, as mentioned. So we know there is a need on the market. It can be either already some sales, but we are happy to look at the teams who already have running pilots, maybe some letters of intent were signed, basically at least some progress. If until that point we see that you match the criteria, and the vertical as well, we will proceed to the next step, which is usually a pitch day. During the pitch day, you present your business to us over a Zoom call. The whole selection process is done online. So nothing to worry about in terms of where to go and what to do. Everything will happen on your screen. You present your business to the jury panel, aka the Razvan, me usually, and also a couple more scouting team members and some of our program director who also has a deep knowledge of fintech. You basically present your business and then we ask some questions. And after that event, we decide how to proceed with each team. And the next steps for the teams we are proceeding with are going to be a couple of calls. You will have a call with Razvan, who is going to take a look at your business, your growth plans. He will explain a bit more in detail what the program is going to look like. So this is the first touch point for us to look deeper into your business and for you to maybe clarify some things that have not been clear until that point. And also you will have a call with our tech guys. They are going to take a look at your tech. Basically, we're investing not only in people, but in your tech as well. It has to be scalable. It has to be up to date, because obviously the second you start onboarding all those hundreds of new customers that you get within the accelerator, we need to be sure that your tech will handle that, and obviously the future growth as well. Potentially in fintech, you're going to have also some expert calls. Either we will cover it in-house with people who we have, or we will find someone who has a deeper knowledge of the market or the product you're building. And after that, the selected few by that point will be invited to the Selection Bootcamp. Selection Bootcamp is basically a one-day event for you startups. You will present your product, and you will have a bunch of one-on-ones with our internal people and external experts as well. And after that, we make a decision who is going to be invited to the program, and we start already negotiations in terms of the deal, what kind of investment we're going to provide, and on what terms. This whole process usually takes between 2 weeks to 3-4 weeks. It depends on the case. This is why you need to apply now, because the sooner you apply, first of all, you already start getting the feedback from us, because each call you get to learn something and you get to figure out maybe something that you haven't thought about in your business case. And also it gives us an opportunity to properly evaluate your business and proceed with you in a timely manner without no rush. So this is a benefit for you. And the deeper we go into your business, technically, it gives you more opportunities to present yourself in the best light and to get selected into the program. For those who are a bit too early for the full-time accelerator, you still are more than welcome to apply. First of all, we have the pre-accelerator, and if you are maybe not fit for this particular program, we will have something else later down the road, but you can apply, we talk, and if we like the team and we like the idea, but the stage is not exactly right, because to get the full benefit of the program, you have to be at more or less proper stage in the business. And this means that you apply and we still keep in touch with you, and maybe we offer some other program later down the road. So if you are hesitant, are you at the right stage? Apply and see what happens, because it's 30 minutes to fill in the application, and then that's it. So thank you.
Yeah, it's also very important that the sooner you start the feedback that you mentioned. So this is also a chance for you to test out Wise Guys, and if we are a fit for you, and for example, if Razvan is a fit for you, because when the scouting process ends and if you get selected for the program, Razvan basically becomes your third, fourth, fifth team member with an add-on of the Startup Wise Guys team, but you will be spending quite a lot of time working with him closely. So scouting process is a good chance to check out the chemistry there as well. So the selection criteria you mentioned, at least 2 people team, MVP on the team. We oftentimes some questions about solo founders, and maybe this one, Daria, you can start first, but then Razvan, you could actually put back on for a second your like alumni hat, and you can explain why it's maybe harder or easier if you're alone or with a team, how to go through the program. So yeah, can solo founders apply? And if yes or not, are there any challenges that they might be facing?
For sure, the solo founders can still apply. We evaluate the solo founder businesses case by case. If we see the potential, we usually put a KPI for you to find a co-founder within a certain period of time. Because as I mentioned, doing business alone is usually very hard, and you need the second, third, fifth, whatever head next to you to brainstorm, evaluate, and basically divide and conquer. Generally in business, it's better to have someone to help you, but also imagine we have a 5 months program. There are the content weeks and there are implementation weeks, and imagine you have a content week where you have to be present for different workshops, one-on-ones, and at the same time you have to work on your business and you need to have meetings with your potential customers. How do you divide it? So this is why we as an accelerator require to have at least 2 people, so you can divide, conquer, and do both program and the business at the same time.
Maybe
yeah. Just to conclude, please apply.
Thanks, Daria, for sharing everything on that. But what I can add on top of what you said already, I think it's extremely difficult to be a solo founder unless you have an amazing gift of amassing information, digest it, putting it out there for everyone to present it, get everything right. It's super difficult. And on the other hand, you are less appealing to investors because investors are usually looking for actual teams to invest in and not in one brain only, because they see that as a liability. So the moment you appear just like that in front of an investor, you basically already have a minus. Although you can have a super nice advisory board, but if you're still one person running the show, it's hard. So that's my suggestion. If you're a solo founder, okay, apply. It's fine. As Daria said, we will take it case by case. But if necessary, we will put a KPI on. You need to find a co-founder, because that's how the things are done.
Thanks.
And also, yeah, and like the last layer on top of all of that, the investor part, hard to go for accelerator and do business. Also imagine within the accelerator, you're going to meet about 100 different coaches, mentors. Everyone will have some sort of feedback for you. You need to also have another person to brainstorm and figure out which path to take. Because obviously feedback is great, but you need to analyze and figure out what to implement in your business. So you also have to have the second brain to brainstorm and figure out the path you're going to take for the business.
Yeah, it's always nice if you can, as we say in my department, you ping pong ideas with someone else. So, but yes, if you're a solo founder, please apply, but you can be more than certain that we will ask you to look for someone to work together on your startup. Before we move further, I see that there are people who who have joined us that were not there before, I'm reminding that wherever you are watching, the comment section of the stream is the place where you can ask your questions. Feel free to do that. We see them coming in. Don't be afraid, ask them. Ask if even we covered something, we will repeat. So we are here for that, to answer your questions. So moving on, still a bit more on the criteria. So program is happening in Bucharest, but what does it mean that there are any geographical forgot the word in English suddenly, restrictions to who can apply. So is there any or not? I don't know, maybe Razvan, you can maybe give a bit of an angle of why Bucharest and what's happening there. And then Daria, you can cover some other restrictions that are actually in force.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, again, super good question, Luisa. In short, no, there are no direct restrictions from where you can be and to apply for the program itself. However, it might come in handy for you as a founder if you are from Central Eastern Europe or from Europe in general to find the program itself and apply, and then be easier to commute here and there. When we chose Bucharest as a location to have the on-site part of the program itself, I would say there were several indicators in the market that led us to that decision. So first things first, Romania as a startup ecosystem has been developing at a rapid pace. If you're looking at UiPath as the latest unicorn, who went IPO in 2019, they did a lot for the local ecosystem, and they basically attracted a lot of spotlight, and thereby they in a way became role models for the upcoming entrepreneurs. And then what happened actually in 2021, Fintech OS, which is a fintech startup, became the other unicorn that comes out of Romania, and I think they had a Series B of over 50 million in 2021. So in a way, these were the indicators that were telling us, hey, something is happening there. We need to be there, to be connected with the local ecosystem, to see what added value we can bring with our experience of 10 plus years running accelerator programs and activities in the early stage startup zone, and then bring all that to Romania and connect with the locals here.
So it's a great chance for you to actually explore Romanian market if you have not considered. You will spend some time there if you get selected for the program. So great opportunity. But yes, that said, no restrictions from where you can come from, except for two countries. And Daria, maybe you can explain that more in detail.
Yes. So due to the current world situation, and I'm not talking about the pandemic this time, due to the war in Russia, we cannot support the startups that are coming from Russia who have any business activities, or Belarus or Russia, any business activities, any co-founders still residing there and paying taxes. Basically, we're still happy to chat with you as long as you have the way to stay in European Union for the duration of the program. So it can be residence permit somewhere or the visa. And also you are not going to use the investment that you're getting from us to in any way support those two economies. And also you don't plan to have any business activities there. If you still not sure if we can work with you, I still suggest you apply. We have a list of questions of like 5-6 questions that we ask, and then we evaluate case by case the responses. and then we make a decision. So it's quite straightforward. If not, then you can send also an email to scouting@startupwiseguys asking your questions. That's the easiest way to figure out, can we work with you or not? And that's it. And also just to that part, the complicated part of current geopolitical situation in the Europe, to add on top of who can apply, we are European Accelerator. So no matter where you come from within the world, except for 2 countries that I just mentioned, as long as you have interest in opening a European market, you can be from any part of the world. Our portfolio consists of more than 46 different nationalities, and we are happy to support you no matter where you're from.
We have in some of the recent batches, we actually have had teams that have been waking up at 2 a.m. on their time zone but that's where, even when we tried to align the time zones, they had to wake up at 2 a.m. to participate. But they did, and they managed to attend all the workshops, and they were actually one of the most active teams. So anything is possible. So if you are from Latin America, please, more than welcome to apply. So we have walked through the scouting process. So applications open till June 9. You apply, then Daria takes over. You have pitch days you participate in. If you get further, it's a boot camp, and if it's success, then you get selected for the program, and the program starts at the beginning of July. And so, talking about the program and actually the deal, there's also the investment. So Razvan, all eyes on you. Take us through, what is it that startups get if they get selected for the program? So let's start with the deal part, and then we deep dive in the program itself. So what is the deal? How much money is being invested? Maybe a bit on what terms, what startups can expect.
Okay, so quick reminder, apply by June 9th. Okay, and then we will kick off the program in July, as I said before. But about the deal itself, so the program deal is 65k euros plus 25k euros in program worth, right? So you get the 65 in cash, and then the 25k is program costs for us, and that's for up to 9% equity or convertible in exchange. Across the program, we will go through a curriculum on 4 main pillars, which is company building, marketing and sales, pitching, and then product building. And that's delivered across a series of modules. Each module will be followed, of course, by workshops and one-on-ones, and the fintech twist is there during those workshops and one-on-ones, where on a case-by-case we will evaluate, okay, what type of experts do we need based on the startups that we selected, what are their needs specifically. And then, of course, we bring those experts in.
Yep. Thanks. On the experts that you mentioned, maybe you can actually tell us a bit more about the fintech team that we will be having, because besides you yourself, experienced entrepreneur and founder, we are having an extended team and entrepreneurs and residents with a fintech background. I think it might be interesting for those who are listening and considering the fintech batch.
Yeah, good that you pointed it out, Luisa. And to be frank, I am still getting familiar myself with everyone that we will be bringing in, so I can't recite you the full details that you can find them on their LinkedIn. But we do have as program director our good friend Juan. You can find him on startupwiseguys.com/fintech. You find his profile there. He has loads of experience in insurtech and fintech. in general. He's been advisor for many companies. We also have Omer Unsal and Yevgenis, and they are part of the Entrepreneur in Residence team. They also have experience in mergers and acquisitions, corporate banking, lots of years there within the fintech sector. And we still have a few mentors that we will be revealing in the upcoming days. So stay tuned for that. It's a work in progress also for us to build up the team itself. So I can't just give you the names yet.
It's like an Easter egg, so you stay tuned. You follow and you will see more for sure. But yeah, I think it's great that we have these experts that are from the fintech field, and they are not only mentors but entrepreneurs in residence, meaning they will be more in touch with you than the regular mentors that we have from the program. On the program itself, a little bit, the program format. So Bucharest is kind of the headquarters of the program, but what is the setup of online, on-site, when teams are expected to be on site, how much of the time, and actually kind of a reminder, what is the workload during the program and what they should kind of be prepared for. Razvan, yeah.
Similar. The workload is full time, right? But again, the program itself is hybrid, right? So I mentioned that there will be the on-site part to be held in Bucharest. It's going to be anywhere in between 4 and 6 weeks on site in Bucharest, starting with first week of September until early October. That's currently on the timeline. And prior to that, because the program starts July 11th, that's the online part. So we will be covering likely module number 1 and part of module number 2 from the curriculum until we actually reach the on-site part in Bucharest. After the on-site part in Bucharest, again, we move online. Teams can choose to go wherever they feel like, or they can choose to stick around in Bucharest if they feel well connected with the community, if they want to engage, if they like Bucharest for any particular reason, why not? And then we continue the rest of the curriculum online. Towards the end of the program, this is something which we are actually still working on. We will either finish the program online, or we are considering giving you, the startups, one more on-site part, which we will give you details about later on. But that's what I can tell you about kind of the structure online, on-site. As for the modules themselves, as I said, that there are 4 modules, and in between those modules, usually we have implementation weeks. What that means is those are content-free weeks where you as founder, you simply assimilate all the content that you received in the previous weeks. So you get to actually work on everything that you've been through prior. Simple as that. And you, of course, focus on other things, sales and running the day-to-day operations of your business.
Thank you. I see we have a question from Christians that has come in from Facebook. We'll jump on it soon. Just a reminder, anyone where you are watching, please use the comments if you have any questions. Maybe you joined later, you didn't hear something. We are happy to repeat the things. We still have a little bit of time. So if something, please feel free to ask. So a question from Christians, maybe a bit off the fintech, but still we can cover it. We are here to answer those questions. So Christians is asking, actually, are we planning to have a accelerator for a logistics industry? Dario, maybe you can jump on this and answer this one.
Yes, thank you for the question. Usually we have actually several alumni who have been working in logistics. Usually those startups go to our B2B SaaS programs. But it also depends on the focus, because the logistics is quite broad. Depending where you're leaning in, you can be also eligible for sustainability, for instance, if you are reducing somehow the CO2 emissions. If you are doing pure logistics, then I would suggest applying to our B2B program. This is the best fit for you. As far as I know, we're not working on pure logistics vertical, but you never know what is brewing. But for now, there are no information I can share with you in terms of us going to logistics. So I suggest you apply to B2B SaaS.
Yeah, you apply, you don't know. So follow our social media accounts. You will then for sure be the first ones to find out. Yeah, we have actually alumni who are from this kind of, who are representing this vertical. So we are working with these startups. So if you are eager to work with us, then please join us. Fintech program is not the only one for which we have applications open, and we are opening new programs. So yeah, feel free to connect with us. I actually wanted to, we were talking about the program and how, from what the program consists of. Hi, Gleb. Happy that you have joined our Q&A. For everyone who is watching, Gleb is one of our pitch coaches. And actually, if you plan, I was planning to say it later, but if you plan to attend Latitude 59, you can meet a big crowd of Startup Wise Guys team. You can actually meet Gleb there. He's doing pitch trainings during Latitude 59. So it's a tech conference in Estonia, Tallinn, for those who do not know. Yeah, Gleb is one of the people you get to work a lot during the batch. So if you want to kind of know some of the mentors you will get to work with, go stalk Gleb on LinkedIn, for example, and you can see what he can do and how he can help. So hi, Gleb. See you in Tallinn very soon.
Actually, me and Razvan, and actually Gleb as well, we're going to be in Startup Fair conference in Lithuania. So if you're there, look for something red. For Gleb, you just look for Gleb. He doesn't usually wear red. But if you want to chat with us, me and Razvan are going to be there, and we are happy to catch up and actually get to meet you in person, not just on screen.
Absolutely. I think we will be in Latitude 59, meet you there, Startup Fair Lithuania. So everyone within FinTech there, reach out to us, recognize us by the red hoodies. And actually, I will be also going to the Wolves Summit in Wrocław. That's going to be 27th of May. So I will be there too. Again, if you're a startup within FinTech, find me there. If you are any other person interested within FinTech, ping me. So we are good. And yes, Gleb, looking forward to collaborate with you on the pitch pillar that we will be delivering to the startups.
And on the note on conferences, so awesome thing, we can cover that a little bit more as well. That besides the Wise Guys team, besides FinTech team, besides scouting team, other team members of Startup Wise Guys will be there, especially Latitude and Startup Fair, as Daria and Razvan already mentioned. But we also have a lot of alumni attending those conferences. So it's a good chance if you want to test out, if you want to hear from someone else that is not the Wise Guys team, what it means to go through an accelerator, how much time it takes, what you can learn, what kind of a network you can connect to. Our alumni are always happy to talk and share their experiences. We will have also our currently running batches there, sustainability one and SaaS one. So a lot of people you can actually connect to and ask questions. So, and at Latitude 59, we will have our own booth and corner. For sure, you will notice it. It's going to be the red one, the reddest corner of Latitude 59. So just stop by and let's chat. On the alumni note, so we actually did not cover that much. But if you join our program and if you get selected, then after the program, it does not end. We actually have a community of 600 plus founders. We have a yearly gathering, alumni getaway. When things allow, we are having it on site somewhere. And you can actually connect with some of the founders. And maybe Razvan, you can jump on this a little bit. How it was for you? I know that I'm bringing you all the time back to the alumni hat and the founder hat and everything. But maybe what you have seen as a good thing of having this connection and founders and everything in your experience. Maybe there are some good moments that have come out of the community.
Yeah, that's
also party moments, of course. You can share all.
Definitely good moments. But just to give a bit of context, so myself, I'm also a founder in which startup Wise Guys invested in. We met 2016, and I went through the program with my own startup in 2017. In the spring, it was the B2B SaaS batch held in Tallinn. And then after I graduated the program, naturally, I became part of the Wise Guys alumni community. We were doing events together, such as the Startup Wise Guys Getaway, where usually all the alumni are nicely coming together and exchange know-how, advice, anything they can do to help each other. I think this is one of the core and one of the strengths that the community is having, is this care for each other. It doesn't matter that you were batch number 3 or you were batch number 14. They are the same. They just want, hey, let's sit together and discuss something, discuss a challenge, whether it's for either or, and then just helping each other with, here's a bit of advice on how to hire your next CTO, or here is a recommendation of a good CPO person, or you name it. Is as simple as that, and then simply just exchanging know-how. I think that's one of the core things in the community of alumni.
Yeah, and we have actually Ibrahim, one of our alumni from our first sustainability batch, has joined our stream as well. He's actually asking, well, he could actually answer the question himself as well. So if anyone who is not part of Wise Guys family and is watching, you can actually direct this question back to Ibrahim, because he has been for a year now our alumni. So he can tell you more. But it's also, I think, one of the biggest things that we mentioned earlier is that our alumni community consists of founders from more than, I think it's already 50 actually different countries and nationalities. And that means that whenever you consider a new market, new country, you have questions about it, be it from legal things, be it to specific experts in your industry, or yes, also investors and everything, you will most likely find a person in the network who can help you with some tips and tricks. And if not a direct contact with someone, then at least the direction, which you can for sure kind of check out, and it will help you. So it's a valuable network. And even I'm not an alumni, but I also know that I can get a lot from these people, and everybody's super helpful. So it's an awesome place where to connect with people. So basically, if anyone else has questions, you can feel free to find us on LinkedIn, especially Razvan, if you're interested in the FinTech program. Razvan is the main person leading the program. He knows the ins and outs of it, and you can ask him questions, and you can catch him in multiple events. Also, Daria is the one who will probably say to you, well, you go to the website and you apply, and then I will tell you what you can do, where and how we can work with you. What do you maybe need to do extra? What's missing? What's not? But also you can catch Daria in some of the upcoming events. Application deadline June 9. Do not wait till then. apply also today if you found this chat insightful. Follow our socials for extra things. We will be announcing more mentors, more events where we are going. So if you're still not sure, like follow us and you will see some activity and everything. But yeah, unless there's maybe something, Razvan, you would like to add on top of everything, like a farewell wish to everyone who's our way and applying, or some advice and wisdom.
Yeah, sure thing. I think one last note from my side. First, if you want to connect with me on LinkedIn, if you want to get more insights about the program itself from me directly, please, when you send me the connection request, personalize the invite and say why are you sending it to me, because otherwise I might forget to accept it. Second, if you are in any of the other conferences around Europe that we did not mention here, Podim, VivaTech, the Madrid one, there's the EU Startup Summit in Barcelona coming up, plenty of the others. Likely you will find other Startup Wise Guys people there. Look for a red hoodie, or if you're interacting with other startups, they are likely Wise Guys alumni. So if you're applying for the fintech, hey, ask them how was your program experience, so we win you over like that too. And last, June 9th is the deadline. Apply for the program, and I'm looking very much forward to be working with you in the upcoming weeks and months.
Thank you. So follow the website. Where is it? That direction. Follow the website. And,
it's there.
It's there, somewhere there. Follow the website, apply, and we will leave you with a short movie from one of the latest batches. It's a bit older one, sustainability one. So we leave you with a bit of energy, and you will actually feel what it means to be a part of batch-wide, and what you get out from it. Hear it from the founders who know it better than at least me and Daria know. So thanks everyone for joining. Apply, and see you on the other side of the application forms. Thanks a lot, and have a nice day.
All right, everybody ready?
Wait, I think we missed.
Hi, my name is Alexa, and I'm the MD of the batch. My brightest memory of the batch is connected to the progress day, when teams were supposed to share a little bit of the personal information before the official pitch, and the most serious person of this batch takes the guitar and starts singing.
So there was this Friday meeting with the startups, and for some reason, all of us decided to wear hats on that day. A psychologist was supposed to join us half an hour later, and when she did, she quite quickly understood that she's in the right place.
SWG has been fun. It's been interesting, it's been crazy.
The thing that we learned is how to do a lot of things at the same time.
Oh yeah.
Just like this.
I met a lot of friends, a lot of mentors, a lot of great people, but my favorite memory is Ringy's dance video.
During one of the first kind of remotely held parties that we had a magician over that was doing some crazy magical tricks over Zoom. All of the batch members watching him, laughing, bonding, like that image will always stick with me. That was the day we kind of started bonding as a batch.
I would say the team from Wise Guys made it greatly, that we were engaged, we got a lot of feedback, we got a lot of cool stuff, and we had a nice community.
Our journey has been pretty much like a Chasing Unicorns movie. We learn something, or we find out something new, and then we pivoted. Despite having 100% online accelerator, we still feel very connected with our batch members, and the dance battles were awesome, and we're definitely gonna miss you guys.
Probably in the moments like this, it's already a little bit past midnight, preparing myself for tomorrow's pitch session.
But perhaps the best memories are the times when we were helping each other out and working together as a team.
Awesome to work with other startup founders. You get to see other problems. Everybody is a little bit different stage. We loved it and we were successful. So join Startup Wise Guys.
Amazing journey for us, and I would say how we supported each other and how we were like a family every time we had a news, when we had a success, and when we had the investor news. Thank you so much.